All right. I don't know that I even need to necessarily talk while I'm doing this, so I may just do a voiceover recording for this. But essentially, what I'm going to do is make my mushroom jars. So I've got essentially all of the ingredients that I need here. I have my mushroom spawn, fridge. You know what? I didn't get these wet. Hold on. All right, so I have got my glass jars. I have lids with holes drilled through them so that I can put filter floss in, which will help filter any impurities from the air so that they don't go into the jars. I have a little bit of water so that I can get some moisture in here. And then off camera, I have my wood chips, which I will grab a couple and show you if I can. Just aspen wood chips. And I have my mushroom spawn, which is a little bit stuck together. It's obviously been growing a little bit since planting it, so I'm just gonna start filling the jars with a little bit of the wood chips. At this point, these jars I'm not going to put any objects into. These are kind of like my test run to see if I can get the growing conditions correct. So after making them, I'm going to label them on the top of the jar. I have a Sharpie somewhere over here. Sharpie, ooh, exciting. I'm going to label them, and then I'm going to put them in different places and really monitor how they grow, what they're doing, you know, if things end up actually growing. And I'm going to see what conditions work the best, and then I'm going to use those conditions on other jars that I do put objects into, so that I have the best result of getting mushrooms to grow from my jars. You know, the whole plan here is to eventually have some mushrooms that are growing. Hopefully sooner rather than later. You know, we've got like, I think December 5th is the opening, and it's like November 8th, something like that. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna add a little teensy bit of water. So this will hopefully be absorbed by the wood. I'm going to kind of pack it down in there. I don't really want there to be standing water. These jars, it's gonna be harder because I can't drill holes through the glass. So any extra water in here isn't really going to be able to escape except through the hole in the top, which is not ideal, you know? So maybe I'm going to just add a little bit more to some of these that had a little bit less. Some in there, some in there. Okay. And now, should I put on gloves for this? I don't know. I'll wash my hands after. They're a little bit stuck, but I'm putting these dowel rods in here. I'll show you. I'll bring one up close. So they are these dowel rods. Oh, come on. Focus on my hand. Focus on my hand. Focus on my hand. Focus on my hand. Thank you. Did it focus? I can't really tell. Either way, these are what the dowel rods look like. They've been inoculated with the grain spawn. Not with the grain spawn, with the mushroom mycelium. So I'm going to be putting some of them into these jars. They're honestly, they smell kind of funky. I don't know if that's normal. The last ones I got didn't smell funky at all. So hopefully that's not going to be an issue, but we'll see, won't we? Essentially, since after that, I'm going to add more of these wood chips. God, I'm gonna make a huge mess. I'm gonna have to vacuum so bad. Okay. Sorry, this isn't a very exciting video. I guess right now I can talk a little bit about the songwriting that I'm going to be doing later. So my whole thing was, one of my past relationships was not very good for me. But it was happening at a time in my life where I was having trouble accepting myself, and this person that I dated was really good about accepting me for who I was in the process of my transition. So, you know, it wasn't necessarily a healthy relationship for either of us. And I know, you know, I'm not going to say that they were the only person that was doing bad things, because I was getting attached. I had really high expectations on this person to behave in a way that I thought was like the perfect relationship. You know, it wasn't a good time for any of us, I don't think. So anyway, I've been writing songs about that and about kind of letting things go. So instead of completely writing about just my relationship for these mushroom jars, the thought was brought up to me by my class to maybe write about the mushrooms, since songwriting is such an important thing in my life. Kind of like you know, a homage? I don't know how to say that word. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. To these mushroom jars for essentially, that's like standing water in the bottom of there. I'm not gonna add any more water. I'm gonna let it just kind of soak its way up. I'm gonna add one more layer of these aspen chips on top, and then I'm gonna seal the jars. Essentially, I don't remember what I was saying. Something about the music. I'm gonna be writing songs for these mushrooms, so you should expect to see that sometime soon. Also, wow, that was kind of low. Man, last time I did this, my hands got really itchy, and I think I may be allergic to the aspen. Or it could just be I'm like pulling it out of this bag where it's been compressed in here, and all like little tiny bits are poking me in the fingers. So I thought this isn't a very exciting video for you guys to watch. Hopefully I am like speaking enough that y'all aren't bored out of your minds. Either way, yeah, maybe a little bit more. Come on, here. Into this one. And I think I'm good. So here's the fun part. I think I'm just gonna use like a pencil. Is a pencil gonna fit? Let's test if a pencil fits through here. Oh, absolutely. Okay. So here's the plan. I'm going to take a little bit of this floss, put it on the end of my pencil, like so. You know, I'm just kind of like sticking it on the end so I can just kind of push it through here. That didn't work. Great, love that. So just like a couple times, just kind of pushing the floss through so that it is on both sides of the lid, and putting the lid on. Oh my God, the lids are on the jars. Wow, look at me being completely unprepared. Okay, putting it on the jar like so. And then sealing it. Jar 1 is done. I'm really hoping that at least one of these grows mushrooms. Come here. Like I said, I'm going to be putting them in different places around my room. And by different places, I just mean like maybe one will be in a little bit more sunlight, one will have no sunlight. I need something to remain a constant. So I think I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I haven't 100% figured it out yet. Obviously, I'm not very good at planning things ahead. If I'm going to be adjusting temperature for these, I think maybe the constant should not be light. I don't know what I'm doing. Y'all, I really don't know what's happening in my life. You know? I'm just like making stuff. Things are existing. Trying to grow mushrooms. Is it working? I don't know. Ooh, that one was harder to push through. You know, I might just like remove my voice from this video and just give you some nice music to watch. Music to watch. LOL, you can't even watch music. Some nice music to listen to in place of me speaking about shit I don't even know I'm speaking about, you know? All right. And that would be all of the jars. So I'm really just gonna take 1 second to label all of them. What is the date? 8th. Okay. 11, 8, 19. I should have labeled these before putting them in here. Oh well. Like I said, I'm not very good at planning. That is, it's not, oh my god, I can read, I pinky promise. Read? I meant write. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, okay? Don't worry about it.